Survival games. Survive, grind, and prosper. Nowadays, hundreds of games have adapted in one way or another an aspect of survival. It's almost everywhere now in games. Typically, this involves mechanics like thirst and hunger. Others get fancy and add stamina, mana, and some other form of currency that the player has to manage as well. It can be fun. You feel dread as time passes and your resources dwindle, and slowly your hunger gets bigger, or you start to fall ill from thirst. It janks the adrenaline up, motivates you to move forward, and live above all. But RuneScape was never about that. RuneScape was always about quests. Quests. Why can I say the damn word? Either way. Exploring a massive world, diving into its lore through events or characters. I remember playing in my first time doing a quest for a chef. He needed eggs and flour. I had to explore, look around, and deduct from either logic or common sense how to get what was needed to complete the quest. As I continued to play those quests, they became more complex. Either I had to be a specific level, or I needed to travel to another land to gather what was needed, or I didn't even had to gather stuff. All the while, I will see more of the world that constituted RuneScape. Discover the themes on which the world was created, or how its citizens saw their surroundings. I might be making it to a grandeur point from what it was actually, but I think all of that has to do with how lively the world was made. Josh Strife says it better.
Thank you, Old Man Yarlow. Oh, young man, how's the redecorating coming on? I've finished removing all the old furniture. You're the good young man now. We need to have a talk about what you build me to replace it. See, I used to be a carpenter myself before the arthritis got me. People go like RuneScape doesn't have the best quest in the game. Oh, remember that game, that quest? Every other quest in MMOs are like, the world is being threatened by an elder god, or you must fight through sadness itself to save the love of your life, or, you know, every other, oh, this ancient evil has returned, and RuneScape's like, I used to be a carpenter until the arthritis got me. Oh, that's the real killer.
Quests as a whole in RuneScape are unmatched. You start as a complete nobody, and the world is relatively peaceful. Getting ingredients for the cook, cheering some sheep, doing a fashion contest for goblins, but slowly you make your way up to more serious quests as you become better. It reminds me of one of my recent reads, He Who Fights Monsters. You're this guy from a different timeline who shows up in this world without a thing on his name, not even clothes, just wonking off like a goblin on the bushes. That's another reference to another one of my favorite book reads. If you know, you know. Now, on RuneScape Dragonwilds, that same magic isn't there. I will give the game the benefit of the doubt. It is still on early access. I'm hopeful that in later updates the world grows into its OG magic. I don't want it to just be RuneScape, right? It like I said in the beginning, this is a survival game. But in the current place, the game just feels like another survival game with a RuneScape skin. I said it, but this game can be more. And I want more from it. RuneScape as a survival game could become this high fantasy adventure. Complex storylines with intertwined characters and high-stakes movements and full of adrenaline combat action and survival. Adding an importance to the existence of dungeons, putting towns or spreading NPCs across the land can change the landscape and make the world feel alive. Because just having a dragon chucking fireballs at you every 20 minutes and being raided by goblins every hour is annoying. Can I have a talk with these goblins? Can we come to a truce? I give them some food and they stop? Or I help them on whatever it is that it's making them go crazy at me at night? Or should I just eliminate their closest camp to ashes? I can take either path. Now, if this were RuneScape, I feel those paths would be possible, because questing isn't just about gathering things for NPCs. In RuneScape, at least the original game always did it great about questing. It wasn't just gathering. Essentially, this game needs more world building, because as it stands now, it is just a big map with things to do. But none of them feel connected or work towards the progress of something bigger than the upgrades of your own base. It needs more life, more people, more struggles, more friction between factions. It needs factions or groups. I mean, they don't even exist right now. But these opinions are not to be negative against the game. There are more opinions of what I want from it, or maybe what I hope to see in a year from now, because I do plan on revisiting it, hopefully find a new structure to its quests and world. Hopefully. I hope. But that's all for this episode. What are your thoughts on RuneScape Dragonwilds? Do you think the game needs quests like OG RuneScape, or it should do its own thing? Let me know in the comments. I'm the Honey Badger, and I hope to see you in the next update of my backlog adventure. If you liked the video, leave a like or comment. It really helps. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Keep on gaming.